Welcome back to my channel. I am your rhythmic lightworker, back with another video, back with somewhat of another message. If these cards want to cooperate today, we'll see. They've had a mind of their own lately. I hope everyone's doing well today in this beautiful grand rising. You know, there's something I've been channeling for a while. And I think I'm just going to get into it. Let's see. Yeah. So, I've been channeling a divine masculine being basically stalked by a feminine, claiming to be a divine masculine, or a divine feminine. You know those that are like, oh my God, hair and nails, they're so not important to me. You know what I mean? And then you look closer and they've always got their nails done in the hand. Speaking of hands, in the nail. Rest and Renewal Garden of Venus. You know what? When I see this, I think more. Yeah. It was like, I feel like someone was like, they dangled like a perfect picture in front of someone. And they said, you know, this is me. I'm really not, I'm low maintenance. I'm not a big deal. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't really like my hair done all that well. I'm just low maintenance, chill, you know, totally chill, you know, and then the whole time, and I'm totally someone who you can partner with. I'm totally someone who won't care about the money, who won't care about the resources, who won't care about the fame, who won't care about the money, but the whole time, that's all that they care about is the money, what they can get in their hand. See, they're partnering with you with your genitals. They'll do and say whatever they can to get you on the hook. Because you're a divine masculine. You need to know that about yourself. You need to know that about yourself. Don't doubt it for a second. Listen, if you check these boxes, divine is your ally. Okay? If you have a good paying job that you, even if you don't have a good paying job, but you hold it down. Holding it down is the important thing. If you have a lady and you treat her with some dignity and respect, and you do not, you know, make her do things that she don't want to do, you don't give her a hard time about her hair or her makeup, or, you know, you love her on the days that she looks like shit, just like you love her on the days that she looks like a doll. And you treat her as such. If you say you're going out after work and if you say that you're going to be home after work and then you come home after work, you might just be a divine masculine. If you say that you are going to go out and then come home at 7 p.m. and then you go out, you hold it down while you're out there, you don't talk to nobody, you don't get nobody's number, you don't do what you're not supposed to be doing, you actually met up with family while you was out there, and talked real nice about your lady while you were out there, and then you came home at 7 p.m., you might be a divine masculine. Now, I'm not going to steal his routine, but you get where I'm going with this. Mindful group thinking. So, I feel like you had some friends that chimed in. They was like, oh, she's the one, dog. I think this is her. And the whole time, it wasn't her. Or maybe they tried to tell you. I don't know. Maybe you just didn't listen. Sometimes men just have a hard time listening. Because they feel, it's like their feelings and their emotions can be confusing to them. Especially in today's age, because today's age, they tell you that being half naked is actually divine, when in reality, being fully dressed and still being able to rock it is fully divine. That is divinity. It's like we have to reteach. There's a bipolarity in the auric field. And as a result, when masculines and feminines, when they feel something, because of the programming that we've been through, our minds process it as something different. Like, for instance, I've got a cousin, every time something bad would happen to me, especially if I would fall down and get hurt when we were kids, her trigger would be to laugh. Now that's a huge bipolarity in the auric field. It's off, right? Because otherwise you see someone fall down, you feel sad for them, you have empathy for them, unless the auric field is off, unless the chakra system is off, and then you're going to find that you've got someone who will do something like that. And it's often just as simple. I mean, people don't like to hear it, but it's often just as simple as stimulating that electrical pulse in the brain so that you can iron out the chemicals, the poles. And people don't like hearing that, but a lot of time that's simply all it takes, is that little bit of a jolt to wake it up. But the problem with that, look at that horseman and horned cactus. Look, I've been seeing the horses a lot. You could ride horses, or you could, like, I had my in-laws actually owned a ranch. You could own a ranch, or you could work with horses, like you could train them, or derby race them. But whatever this is, whatever this is, you've got the key. Something else with that too lately, it's constantly been keys. Keys, keys, keys. Whether it's 19 keys or a guy in the military named Keys that passed away, I've been seeing keys everywhere. So maybe you've got the keys. Maybe here, let me get my yeah, let me do this one. This is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I use it when it's time to get some clarity. And my shaman deck only goes so far. Sorry, I had to clear my deck out. Use my quartz to do it, my pink quartz. It's amazing for stimulating and also relaxing the neural passages, the neural pathways for the third eye, so that you can do a reading if you need to. Let me do this shuffle again. Let me do this shuffle one more time. And starting young with our kids is a good way to keep that polarity from happening, that bipolarity from happening. And once we come to terms with the fact that this bipolarity is in the chakra system as much as it's in the brain, we can come to terms with the fact that we need to do a complete overhaul on a whole lot of systems in this place. But I'll keep it friendly. Let me get some. Eight of Fire. Panda is my absolute favorite animal in the entire world, even more than cats, and I've got 7 of those. She's riding this panda bear like it's a horse, and in China, technically speaking. Look at that. You're burning through the flames. The sun, yep. You're setting fire to this water. Setting fire to this rain. She's riding, and in this one, she's riding a giraffe. You may have felt like you were being mounted. And yet, you're the man. You may have felt like you had someone sitting on your neck. Like an attachment. This person may have been an attachment to you. Your physical version of an attachment. Oh, and they made sure they got you locked in. And I say that because behind, she's got like her mystery fan out that the geishas use, you know, to make you see what you see is not what you see. It's an illusion. Oh, what you see isn't real. You know, or like that Houdini effect, you know what I mean? Oh, and she was really comfortable doing this too. She knew you carried the light. She knew as long as she could sit on you, as long as she could get her hands on you, as long as she could get her gates of Venus opened up to you, as long as you opened up her gates of Venus, she knew. And you know what I mean by that. She knew that it would unlock this whole plethora for her. But instead of unlocking this, you waited. Because something just didn't feel right. Or something doesn't feel right, and this is your confirmation. You need to let this one... She may look and smell and act, and she may play the part very well, but she does not. She doesn't walk the walk. She doesn't talk the talk. As soon as that stage curtain drops, she gets out of character. You need someone who does never drop their character, because their character is who they are. You need someone that no matter what, whether you're around your parents, whether you're around your friends, whether you're with your boys, whether you're with your, work crew, and it's time for professionalism, the woman that knows the difference. And then the woman that knows that when we get off work, it doesn't mean that we are now clear to just follow our baser instincts. We still have to have a level of professional professional courtesism, regardless of the emotions. Because what if one of you is married? What if one of you is in a relationship, a committed relationship? What if you both are, yet you're still very much attracted to each other as a work partner? Well, that's a problem. Or it doesn't have to be. But with this one, she's wearing a mask, Betty. She's wearing a mask. As long as she keeps all of these pretty wings around her, as long as she can keep all these birds around her with this mask on, then the birds will keep thinking that she's the one. She's got these wings on. She looks perfect. She looks the part. But it may walk like a duck and it may talk like a duck, but trust me, guys, that's not a duck. It may quack like a goose and squawk like a goose, but that is not a goose. See? See, you must have had at least up to 7 friends who liked this person. You could have had or 7 friends trying to tell you, hey, buddy, this ain't a good idea. Patience. This one doesn't have any patience, does she? Yeah, you need someone who's going to have patience with you because you still haven't done all your growing up yet. You're still growing up. Just like I'm still growing up. You know, we're all still growing up. And you know something that I noticed in this mindful thinking card, along with this patience deck, or this patience card, is completely different deck though. The time clock. The heart is the timekeeper. She keeps the time. I think, and see, notice how her head's wrapped. She is the embodiment of patience. Patience is a virtue. I'm looking at this card and I see down here at the bottom, there's someone looking at you. There's a shaman sitting down there looking at you. This is all in the shaman's mind. So, I feel like your mind is your gift. Something about your brain, something about your cognitive abilities are I don't know, there's something like you're like a teacher or speaker or truth teller. I'm hearing keys, all the keys. Who's all the keys? King and Michael Key. All the keys. Well, I ain't going into celebrities right now. Okay, I wasn't here for all that. I'm just, oh, they have the keys. But they sold their souls. And I know that for a fact because I heard Keegan Michael Key say, I sold my soul. No, actually, he said, hope I didn't sell my soul to the devil. Like it was a joke. But I got it. I understood it. And I'm sorry you had to do it that way. I know it probably took everything from you. You need someone who's going to have patience. You need someone who will have the 7 heavenly virtues, not just one. You'll need all of them because if you're a thought leader, a thought leader. You must be a thought leader. If you're a thought leader, you're going to have divine influence. That means you need divine masculine and divine feminine around you at all times. That way you will rear yourself up in divine hands. Chariot in reverse. Ew, this person was Jezebel. There's the horses again. This person was a Jezebel wearing a mask. With access to both masculine and feminine, melanated and non-melanated, ebony and ivory, Nubian, diva. She reminds me of Jeannie Mai from The Real. That's how she kind of looks. I hear it's time for the real. And whatever this is ain't the real. Her Garden of Venus was rotten. Yeah. See, this person thought, okay, if I mirror to him what I think he wants, then he'll fall in love with me. No doubt. He may say he doesn't want a relationship with anybody right now, but I'll make him want a relationship with me. I can hear the thoughts. No, I'm really not about my nails. No, I'm just not that girl. I just don't like to get my hair and nails done. You know, I'm just not that. I'm very low maintenance. Listen, I've been married 25 years. This is not how you catch a man. You don't catch men anyway. That's not how you keep them. It's not with sex. It's not with money. It's not with any of the things that you're using to catch men with. It's not with a butterfly net. Butterflies may look gorgeous, but they're scavengers. Yeah, and on this one, she's riding 2 different horses. She thought she was going to ride this pony all the way to the bank. Look, the white one's all dolled up, got its hair done. They even have a gem over their eyes, right here on their third eye. And this Nubian horse looks like he ain't having none of it. This one's peacocking over here. This white horse is peacocking, and this melanated horse is like, I ain't having none of this. I don't want anything to do with it. And all of it is her doing. She has coordinated all of this. Let me get one more, please. It's all going to come to light, though. The Emperor and the oh, see? The Emperor and Justice. I don't see anyone sitting with that Emperor, but I see the fist of justice right there. I see a seat waiting. I see a masculine who's finally opened his eyes up and is keeping that seat open but warm for his divine feminine. He's holding that sword waiting. He knows. He knows that this isn't the one, the 2, the 3, the 4, and he knows that this is something he had to go through in order to be able to recognize the real when it comes along, so that you can recognize what you have to go through before so that you will appreciate what you have when it comes along. So, say someone offers you something and you tell them no, but you know you're the right one for the position, and you know you're the right one for the opportunity, and you know it's your destiny, but you turn them down anyway because you know they're not going to appreciate you. They're not going to be able to feel you. They're not going to be able to see you until they go through the other hires and see that they totally suck, and come back to you and feel the difference between the real and the fake. You know what I'm saying? But you had to go through this, masculine. You had to go through this. But guess what? Now you've earned your sword. You've earned your seat. You've earned that crown. You've earned those teeth in your mouth. You've earned those claws in you. You've earned this. You've earned your beard. You've earned your feathers. You've earned it. You've earned the wings of justice. You've earned the double-blind sword of justice. And so it shall be. And I hope you have a wonderful day, because this is the end of your reading. If you like that, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and come back next time for another reading, and I'll be right here. Thank you.